Have you ever gazed up at the night sky and felt a profound sense of wonder, contemplating not just the vastness of space, but the immensity of time itself? There's something humbling about staring into the cosmos, knowing that each point of light represents a star, perhaps with its own planets and stories yet untold. For me, these celestial observations have always sparked questions about our place in the universe, what lies beyond the horizon of our own current understanding. While much of science fiction invites us to imagine life on other planets or the near future shaped by technological advancements, I found myself drawn to a different frontier, the distant future of our own solar system. A future so remote that it challenges the boundaries of our imagination. A time when the familiar sun that rises and sets each day undergoes a dramatic transformation, altering the very fabric of our existence. Before we dive deeper, if you enjoy exploring new worlds and ideas, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of our future adventures. Now, let's continue with our video. To truly appreciate this journey, let's embark on a brief exploration of our stellar evolution, a science lesson of sorts that grounds our imagination and reality. Our sun, the radiant centerpiece of our solar system, is a middle-aged star approximately 4.6 billion years old. It has been a constant in our sky, the source of light and warmth that makes life on Earth possible. However, like all stars, the sun is not eternal. In about 5 billion years, it will exhaust the hydrogen fuel at its core that powers the nuclear fusion reactions, keeping it stable. As the hydrogen depletes, the core will contract under gravity, heating up and causing the outer layers to expand massively. This marks the onset of the red giant phase. Imagine the sun swelling to a size so vast that it engulfs the orbits of Mercury, Venus, and quite possibly the Earth itself. The skies would be dominated by a colossal red orb, and the conditions on our planet would become uninhabitable long before the sun reaches its maximum size. Following the red giant phase, the sun will shed its outer layers, creating a stunning planetary nebula, a cosmic cloud of gas and dust illuminated by the remnant core. What remains is a white dwarf, an incredibly dense object roughly the size of Earth, but with half the sun's original mass. This white dwarf will gradually cool over trillions of years, fading into obscurity. This sequence isn't speculative fiction. It's a well-established model in astrophysics, based on observations of other stars and our understanding of nuclear fusion processes. Knowing this, we're confronted with a stark reality. Our sun, the anchor of life on Earth, has a finite lifespan. This inevitability raises profound questions about the long-term fate of humanity. Will we find a way to persevere? Or will we become just another footnote in the cosmic timeline? These thoughts propelled me into a realm of speculative world-building, seeking answers to how humanity might confront such an existential threat. While many stories stop at the technological singularity or focus on interstellar travel in the near future, I wanted to push the boundaries further. Could we as a species develop the means to survive the sun's death throes? What if some chose to leave venturing into the cosmos aboard colossal generational ships or through advanced propulsional methods? we can scarcely imagine today. Others might decide to stay, relying on technology to shield themselves from the escalating solar radiation and extreme environmental changes. Perhaps they would build fortified bunkers deep within the Earth's crust, or create shielded cities encased in the protective domes powered by the last vestiges of technological prowess. And then there are those that might not have the resources or opportunity to escape or hide, that are left to face the cataclysmic changes on Earth's surface. This divergence of paths opens up a multitude of narratives about survival, adaptation, and the evolution of humanity under unprecedented pressures. In crafting Requiem, the Divine Comedy, I sought to weave these threads into a cohesive tapestry that explores not just the physical survival of humanity, but the psychological and cultural transformations that would inevitably occur over such vast timescales. Imagine the societies that would develop over millions, even billions of years. How cultures might evolve in isolation, how languages would change, how myths and legends would form around the very technologies that once sustained them. Those who left Earth might encounter unimaginable challenges in the depths of space, possibly finding new worlds, or drifting among the stars in a perpetual search for new home. The bunker dwellers could develop entirely new social structures, their lives governed by the constraints and rhymes of subterranean existence. The inhabitants of the shielded cities might become guardians of lost knowledge, preserving art, science, and history, even as the world outside becomes more and more unrecognizable. But what of those left on the surface, exposed to the full brunt of the sun's transformation? Could life persist in such extreme conditions? Drawing from concepts in astrobiology and evolutionary biology, I imagine that over immense periods, life could adapt in unexpected ways. Radiation-resistant organisms might thrive, and mutations could give rise to entirely new species. This line of thought led me to the introduction of different sentient beings that evolved from the Earth's fauna, that adapted to this harsh environment, filling the ecological niches left vacant by humanity's departure. Their cultures, beliefs, and conflicts add another layer of complexity to the world, raising questions about coexistence, competition, and the definition of sentience. As the narrative unfolds, we witness the eventual return of the bunker humans to the surface, emerging into a world that is both familiar and alien to the late descendants of the first bunker dwellers. They encounter the evolved descendants of humanity, the Gore and the Lumar, each with their own societies and histories shaped by the unique paths of survival. The Gore having taken refuge in the underground silos, transformed physically, their bodies adapting to the subterranean existence and harsh radiation that was not prevented by any type of shielded city or bunker, developing hard exoskeleton-like skin and formidable strength, while the Lumar, protected by the technological advances, possess extended lifespans and heightened intelligence. Their culture steeped in the preservation of knowledge and the arts. The meeting of these divergent human lineages set the stage for profound cultural exchanges, misunderstandings, and conflicts. It challenges them and us to consider what it truly means to be human when the very definition of humanity has splintered. Requiem, the Divine Comedy, delves deep into these themes, exploring the cynical nature of history, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the persistent drive for survival. It examines how societies remember and reinterpret their past, how legends are born, and how technology can become indistinguishable from magic over vast stretches of time. A hallmark of neo-fantasy genre that this setting embodies. The story doesn't shy away from difficult situations and questions about morality, identity, and consequences of our choices as a species. It invites us to reflect on our own current trajectory and consider the legacies that we might leave behind. As we journey through the speculative future, we're reminded of the resilience and adaptability of life. Despite unimaginable changes, new forms of existence emerge. The interplay between the remnants of human technology and the evolving natural world creates a rich backdrop for storytelling. Whether it's the rediscovery of ancient artifacts, the conflicts arising from misunderstandings between different species and origins, or the internal struggles within societies grappling with change, there's a wealth of narratives to explore. So I invite you to join me on this voyage into the far future, a journey that stretches the limits of imagination while remaining rooted in the possibility of our future. Through Requiem, the Divine Comedy, we'll explore not only the fate of humanity, but also enduring questions about who we are and who might we become. Together, we'll navigate the complexities of our world, transformed by time and circumstance, while seeking to understand and perhaps, in the process, gain new insights into our own place in our universe. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If you enjoyed your journey, please give a thumbs up to the video and share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your insights. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the worlds and ideas of Requiem, the Divine Comedy. Until next time, keep imagining, stay curious.